The actor Masahiro Motoki reminded me of a blend of like Dave Bautista and like Lou Diamond Phillips. Like when I would look at him, I kind of saw like this blend of the two of them. I was like, yeah, I can fuck with this guy.
I see the Lou Diamond.
You see
Lou
it?
Diamond, yeah.
That's like so specific, but yeah, I could see it.
Turn it up, we're live right now. Locked in, can't stop this sound. Big wave, ride that energy. Welcome to the show. This is where you wanna be.
Welcome to See This, the movie podcast where we discuss new movie releases, celebrate our favorite movie anniversaries, compete in competitive movie drafts, and much, much more. I'm Mike Ornelas, and cursed head is the worst kind of head. Joining me on the podcast is the feisty Pisces, Erica McMullen.
What a twisted ride.
Also on the pod is the Gerber baby-faced assassin, Adrian Cedeno.
Secrets don't make friends, guys.
And fighting for his life for the fourth chair, he's back, the optimistic critic, Chad Lithman.
I wish I could manifest some divine punishment right now.
And that's all in reference to The Samurai and The Prisoner. That's right, we're going back international. Film directed by Kiyoshi Kurosawa. We will get into that shortly. But Erica, welcome back. How are you? We missed you.
Oh, yes. I've been crazy busy. Finally had like a weekend to myself, and I just had to catch up on a bunch of things. So we're finally back.
Happy to have you back. Excited to hear your thoughts here. We need a 4-man-woman team here to discuss this one. You know, we haven't done an international film in a while, so I'm excited to see what comes of this conversation.
Excited.
I hear neither does Chad. Chad he's not really a fan of international films, right?
That's
why I had to show up today.
Gotcha.
For those of you new to seeing this, welcome. And if you're not new, you may have heard the bit that Chad made his top 100 films of all time and not a single international film. Is that what it was? Remind
There
me.
were two.
2 out of 100. Okay. And spoiler alert, they were which ones? That's how much he loves them.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and Parasite.
Got it. Parasite. We appreciate that one.
Those
Some
are both really
programming.
good ones, though.
Yeah, they are good. We got a lot of good international films. Some quick programming notes. Last Monday, we covered Spider-Man Brand New Day. Adrian and I were joined by the Playbill Prince himself, Anthony Cedeno, my godson, and Adrian's birth son, biological son, I guess that's what it is. He came in hot with the comic lore. He was very much the book is better kind of person, but we dive into all of the great excitement and emotion in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Erica, I imagine you didn't get a chance to see that?
I did see it.
Oh, you did? Okay,
Yeah.
Really quick. What'd you think?
I really liked it. I teared up a couple spots. I was like, oh my gosh. Like,
Yeah.
but overall, a very enjoyable film. I think if people are gonna have problems with it, it's gonna be the comic, like the really diehard comic fans.
Mhm.
Which I do appreciate when they follow the comics, but at the end of the day, it's for entertainment purposes only. You know what I mean? So like if you have a good time and you like the film, why not go see it?
It's kind of like the Odyssey in that way. If you're hardcore about the story of the Odyssey, you may not like Christopher Nolan's adaptation, but it's all about creative license and making it your own, you know?
Mhm.
Chad, you saw Spider-Man?
I didn't. I'm like the only person in the country who hasn't yet, I think.
Oh,
I think
Yeah,
you
I
might
really,
be.
really want to. I'm excited to, but I haven't had a
Yeah.
chance.
okay. Fair enough. We won't beat you up on
You
that. It's
haven't
not
had a
internet-
chance.
I know. Wait till what I've seen last week. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. You've got a long list of what you've seen this week.
I know.
Well, nonetheless, don't be afraid. It's not an international film, so you should enjoy it. Next Monday, we are covering Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Misma, which brings
Miasma.
Jillian Anderson. Miasma. Thank you, Chad. That's why I have you here. Camp Miasma. It's the Latin in me, Misma.
Misma.
Miasma. Which brings Gillian Anderson to the big screen, her of X-File fame. You may know her. And it's a bloody slasher directed by Jane Schoenbrun. Schoenbrun. Thank you. Here we are at Seeing This. We're ready. We do it live, baby. And she also directed I Saw the TV Glow. Did any of you guys see that one? Chad, I'm looking your direction. You did.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really
It
good.
was interesting.
Really fascinating indie film. A lot about, I mean, if for people our age, it's very much a kind of a nostalgia trip looking back onto like 90s television in a way.
And belonging and self-discovery,
Yeah.
and a bit of surrealism, to say the least.
A lot, yeah.
Yeah. It had a lot of hype. It didn't land on me the way I think it did a lot of people, a lot of optimistic critics, you may say. But I'm looking forward to this one nonetheless. I've heard many a great thing, so we'll be talking about that next Monday. Now, what we've seen this week. Erica, we've missed you. Tell us, what have you seen this week?
I know. It feels like a long time, even though it's only been like a week.
Yeah.
I came across a rom-com, Yumi and Tuscany. It was cute. I was just telling Chad. It's just like while you were sleeping, but if you're not in a coma, you're in Italy.
Okay.
So very much like corny, goofy, family dramatics, all this kind of stuff. It was very much a traditional rom-com, but it was fun. It was fun to come across.
I feel like it's more for like teenagers. Like it's like a teenage rom-com, like PG-13, very much.
Maybe like early college. Yeah, I could see that.
Sure. Okay.
But it was fun nonetheless. Like it was very typical. And then I watched Terminator 2 because I had recently watched The Terminator, so I wanted to get that. It's one of those movies where it's like, is it better than the original for me?
Oh, absolutely, right? Terminator 2?
I know, but
It's better than Terminator 1?
I watched the first one and I've just,
It's really good.
Yeah.
Are you an Apollo, Rocky 2 guy as opposed to Rocky 1?
I've never seen any of the Rockies.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know what it is about
Are you going to kick her off the pod, or should I kick her off the pod?
Well,
Chad,
first of all,
hold on a second. Pause. Chad, there is a long list of movies that Michael hasn't seen that you would be appalled.
Why am I taking strays?
Hey, whoa. This isn't about deflecting. We'll get to him later.
No, yes, it is. You're taking shots at me. I'm taking shots at everyone.
The hell? And Adrian, the correct answer is Rocky 4 is the best of the Rockies. But
all right, now Mike can leave too.
Yeah. I mean, Terminator is especially with the rise of AI and Skynet, like all of it we're in the midst of it right now. And I mean, dude,
that's why I think the first one is better. Like they actually came up with the notion, like that was the beginning of the whole AI machines are gonna take over.
I don't know if it was the first, but within the Terminator series, like it set the foundation of like what that franchise would become.
Yeah.
But I've only seen the first two. I don't think I've gone beyond Terminator 2.
They're all pretty good. There's a couple more that are pretty good.
I was gonna say, I think I've maybe seen the third, and then like a random one that was kind of.
Salvation was good.
Salvation was different.
Yeah, they're both really good.
I don't think it was that. I'm actually a big defender of 3, Rise of the Machines. I actually really love. I like that one. Yeah, but I'm in a minority there. But yeah,
we got a brain off Terminator opinion and an optimistic Terminator opinion. So taste for everyone here at Seen This. Yeah. Awesome, Eric. Appreciate that. Let's go to Adrian. You saw a new released film. What did you see?
Yeah, my wife was watching it. Soulmate. With the letter 8 or the number 8. It was directed by Kate Dolan. It was interesting. I feel like we've had a rash of movies like this. It was like similar to like a companion or like an Ex Machina kind of thing. Like, it's a robot pretty much made to order. For all purposes. So. It was interesting, same kind of concept that we
all purposes. Yeah. Okay, but it's like a horror, like kind of the dark side.
It's like a sci-fi horror. Yeah.
Okay. And Commodus Scale for that, what would from your perspective, you give it a what?
Okay.
So those just listening, that's like a even working on its way up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it. Okay, awesome. Chad, you have a long list, so we'll turn it over to you. You've been busy.
Yeah, and I'll get through this fast. Otherwise, I know you'll just cut this segment. And the
if I
cat. Yeah, go ahead. No, wait. I'm not going to let you talk about a film first before I do.
No. Yes. Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is what you have on the dock as first. Maybe do that one last. So it's a good segue to mine.
All right, fair.
Go ahead, as you were.
I want to caveat this by saying a bulk of the movies that I watched last week, I decided to put on a whole lot of movies on the screen at work, like no sound, no subtitles. So I just enjoyed them as like background, like CGI screensavers almost, a lot of them. So take that into account when I start
with like tell me you're married without telling me you're married, and then you could say like, I watched this all week.
Yeah, basically. So I watched Denis Villeneuve's Incendie, which was amazing. I watched The Odyssey again. I went with Christy, who hadn't seen it. She loved it.
What format did we watch? Hold on. The purpose of what we've seen this week is to pitch the film. So the Odyssey saw it on what format? Did you pick up anything new on a second viewing? Talk to us about movies on this movie podcast.
Okay, all right.
Come on, you want the fourth chair?
Yeah. So this time I saw it in IMAX, or IMAX as it were, because we don't have the full 143 in Portland, and I thought it was actually maybe better the second time. I found it a lot more emotional because I was really paying attention to the one-on-one character scenes a lot more closely than before. The first time I saw it, I was really just like letting myself get lost in the spectacle. Whereas this time I was really paying attention to the meaning, the emotion, the things that Christopher Nolan's trying to say. And it was really rewarding. So yeah, I recommend it a second time for those who have seen it once. And if you haven't seen it, definitely go see it.
Wait, have you seen the videos online right now of people like pretending to mold their pets' faces into pigs?
I haven't seen that.
There's
great. This one girl who she's like doing it to her cat. She's like turning my cat into a pig because he won't stop rolling the toilet paper off of the handle.
That's amazing. Oh. Yeah. And that scene, by the way, was just as like shocking and it was just so beautifully shot and disturbing. And so saw that.
Okay.
And then I saw Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, which was
Nirvana,
the band, the show, the movie.
You're white, but we didn't think you were that white,
right? And that was a great indie comedy, very inventive. I'm not familiar with them is what's it
Matt Johnson
and his crew, the like a Canadian indie filmmakers who had a show that this is kind of loosely based on and kind of like their film version of it, and it was really funny. I was like laughing out loud. Seek that out.
I think that's both of your guys' sense of humor as well. Like it's very heavily influenced by like Back to the Future, which I think Adrian would appreciate.
It's so nerdy. Yeah. Very much so.
If you've ever been to Toronto or you live in Toronto, like it's all shot there, so you'll greatly appreciate it. It's a good time. It's a funny movie for sure.
And then I watched all 3 Tom Holland Spider-Man movies and Star Wars episodes 1 through 9.
Wow. You know, now it makes sense. You said you watched them without sound, without audio, and you gave The Last Jedi
sound and audio are the same thing.
Well, I'm just letting you know that you didn't use either, and you gave Last Jedi a 4.5. So it checks out now.
I'm going to apologize for that a little bit because I realize I jump the gun sometimes when I put a rating, and within a week, sometimes I shift it. I'm going to shift that one down to an even 4, but still a 4 to me.
It's still pretty high. It's still pretty high.
The Last Jedi is a really good film.
And it's amazing. You were texting, full disclosure, you were texting us while you were watching Attack of the Clones, and you're like, this is dog shit. This is so bad.
Yeah.
And it's fascinating that you can tell that without the audio.
Yeah.
It does look pretty.
Well, I've
pretty
seen
bad.
all these films multiple times, and I mean, as bad as Attack of the Clones was, once I got to the Rise of Skywalker, man, Attack of the Clones looks like Casablanca compared to that. It was just
Yeah.
Rise of Skywalker just looks bad too. Like it's dark and it doesn't look like anybody's having fun doing anything on screen. That is just a mess of a movie. Yeah.
Tough beat. Have you done Andor?
Oh yeah.
So you just did the main ones, like you didn't go with Rogue One,
Yeah.
Solo.
No, I was just watching 1 through
the
9.
saga.
Yeah. And then the last movie that I saw, though it was technically the first chronologically, was One Night Only, the new romantic comedy with Callum Turner and what, did I say that wrong?
Callum Turner.
Yeah, Callum
and
Turner
Monica Barbaro.
and Monica Barbaro.
Yeah.
I think so far this year, this is like my favorite completely illogical movie. Like, I really, really enjoyed it. But the second you think about it, it doesn't make any sense at all. And it's the perfect movie that I plan on watching if it's ever on at a hotel in the future. It's that kind of movie. It's like I enjoyed it in the theater and I plan to never watch it again unless it just happens to come my way somehow. It's exactly that type of movie, which is its own little niche genre of just like unexpected comfort. And I thought because of the two leads' chemistry in it and the ridiculous plot that makes no sense, but if you just give yourself over to it and not think about it, you're like, okay, sure. It was a fun time.
A fun time was that. Well, thank you for that, Chad. I'll go over what I've seen this week, and I'll start off with One Night Only. I got to go to a press screening of this one, and as you said, it's a brain off rom-com, which many people may enjoy. I am not people. I did not enjoy this movie. The premise itself, which is in the trailers, which is on the poster, is essentially premarital sex outside of marriage is banned. It's outlawed except for one night, much like The Purge. So we follow these people on their one night trying to get laid. Um, they had a great opportunity in this movie to lean into like the parody commentary of like just society and even fascism to like implement this kind of law, which they do a little bit at the beginning, but midway through they're like, oh, let's be a classic rom-com, and it's just totally not worth it. You can see what's going to happen. It pretty much shows you like here's where these two trains are going. They're going to end up on the same track at one point. So I didn't enjoy it. I do enjoy Monica Barbaro, which I do have her stock. I think she was great. Performance wise, I thought she did a really good job what was asked of her. Callum Turner, I haven't seen any of his work. I know he's been rumored to be the next Bond. And just looking at him, I could see it. But after seeing him in this movie and hearing him talk, it ain't it. Like he doesn't have charisma. Dua Lipa, God bless you, just got married to him. God bless him, I should say. But the movie fell flat for me. I give it 2 stars on Letterboxd. And if you like easy brain off rom-coms with like a slight twist on the premise, which makes no sense, as Chad said, sure, give it a go.
Michael, do you have a favorite rom-com? Like if you had to
Uh,
pick one that you genuinely like.
yeah.
Michael
Well,
doesn't love love. He's not about love.
I'm all
Yeah.
about love, baby. I got plenty of love to give.
Shut up, Mike.
Hey, you asked me a question. Let me answer you. So if you include like high school rom-coms, 10 Things I Hate About You is like the best. Like it just,
Yeah, that's a rom-com, yeah.
yeah, that's probably my number one favorite rom-com. I was late to the party to When Harry Met Sally, but when I did watch it, I was like, oh yeah, like I totally get why everyone enjoys this movie. And then just a last shout out, like some would say the original rom-com. It Happened One Night, right? I believe
Yeah.
the Oscar winner.
Did
A
that or
lot of
Philadelphia Story come first? One of those is like the original rom-com. Maybe It Happened One Night might be first.
I think It Happened One Night. And One Night Only. I'm sure they're trying to maybe pull from that. But definitely check it out. It won Best Picture for its year that it came out, so I don't have that on the top of my head. But you see so many like
Godzilla?
1934.
Erica's distracted by my Godzilla back here. Criterion Collection, baby. Um, but it happened one night. You see so many of like what would become tropes of rom-coms, but they set the foundation of that. There's like,
Mhm.
it's not a spoiler. It's an old ass movie, but like, you know how you see the hitchhiker like show the leg to try to get a ride? This is where that come from the original. So I give those as like fine films to watch if you're in a rom-com kind of mood. So that was one night only, and then I also got to watch. I talked about it a little bit. Pompeii: Out of Time with Tom Hiddleston. It's a three-part series on Disney slash Nat Geo, and it's really interesting take. You know, if you're our age, I'm sure you've heard of Pompeii, the volcano that left everyone encased in the form they were in when they died, pretty much. But this is really interesting. They try to put storytelling behind it, and Tom investigates the lives of some of the Romans there, and we see kind of a retelling of what would have happened in the moments leading up to the eruption, up to were there any survivors. And he talks to like educational scholars about like what the people were like. Was there actually a attempt to evacuate people from sea? They talk to psychologists about what would their mental place be, and it actually does it in a way that's great for people our age and also for kids. Like they can follow along. It's engaging enough that you're learning. There's education in it, while still being top quality production. So, Pompeii: Out of Time with Tom Hiddleston, I would highly recommend. With that being said, let's get to our main movie review, The Samurai and the Prisoner.
Have you seen this?
Have you seen this?
Have you seen this?
I know, I've seen this. I know this.
As always, Adrian, tell us, what does Letterboxd say about this film?
All right. The Samurai and the Prisoner, directed by Kiyoshi Kurosawa. When Lord Murasige rises up against the tyrannical Oda, he finds himself besieged within the walls of his own castle. Isolated, he is confronted with a series of mysterious crimes that shatter the fragile order of his court, plunging the fortress into fear and suspicion. With Oda's army closing in and a traitor hiding among his ranks, Murashige is forced into an uneasy alliance with Kanbei, a brilliant and dangerous strategist held prisoner in the dungeon as he must outwit his enemies and uncover the truth before time runs out.
Very lengthy description. Well done, Adrian. And I'll apologize for you and us as we may mess up some of these names as we
Yes.
discuss this film. Um, but I was really excited for this one. I've heard a lot about Kiyoshi Kurosawa. It's not the Kurosawa I'm sure many people are familiar with, but nonetheless, he has an incredible resume of films that after watching this, I want to do a deep dive on. Just to mention some of the casts, we have Masahiro Motoki, Masaki Suda, and Yoriko Yoshitaka. I thought all the performances were great. We'll get into my thoughts a little bit later on all that. But to kick us off, ladies first, Erica, what did you think of The Samurai and the Prisoner?
Yeah, I really liked it. Oh my God, the costumes were costume department. Good God, that was great.
Super dope. Yeah.
The detail that they paid attention to, which is always like so important in my opinion, to make sure that like timeline wise, like you've got the accurate pieces and stuff, was really brilliant. I loved the dialogue. I did have to like go back sometimes just to kind of like help myself because I was like, oh wait, I don't think I'm reading fast enough here. But like in my opinion, like that's on me. That's my job. Like I want to make sure that I'm understanding everything like that. But I really liked it. I had a good time with it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kudos to the costume department because there's different clans within the film, and each clan kind of has certain nuanced styles. That make them distinctive to said clan, and with so many different names, and obviously they're different Japanese names that for an American audience, or I'll speak for myself, you had to really pay attention to keep track of like who's who, what characters, what who's being referred to on what point. And it is an investigative film, so you really got to pay attention in general. Anyways, speaking of paying attention, our brain off captain here, Adrian, what did you think of The Samurai and the Prisoner?
I really liked it. I like these type of period pieces. Like the whole Japanese samurai culture is right up my alley. The Last Samurai is one of my favorite movies. And I know that's a big contrast to what we have here, but it's just that whole notion of their culture and the Bushido style and way of living and stuff like that that I'm definitely interested in and I appreciate it. But I do feel like Erica has a point because I feel like I've watched several movies with subtitles that I can read pretty fast and I get it. And this one, even though like I didn't have to go back and like reread anything, it was pretty quick. Like I found myself at times like, oh dang, like having to really just piece the last two, three words together because I missed it. You know what I mean? But it was a little faster than what you would expect, like even for a fast subtitle movie. But I think it has to be like that because their language, they speak so fast.
Mhm.
Hmm.
But that was my only gripe. Other than that, I really appreciated the like mystery part of it. Like it felt like a murder mystery. And then at times it was just feudal Japan, you know? So I think it was pretty accurate and I liked it. It was fun.
Awesome. Happy to hear that. Happy to hear that. Chad, optimistic critic. Everyone's high on it. Are you high on this film as well? What do you think?
I am. I really liked it. I've seen two of Kurosawa's previous films, uh, Cure and Cloud. Cloud came out only last year or 2 years ago, and he's like I haven't gone through specifically. He has a very long filmography, but he is known for contemporary psychoanalytical like dramas and sometimes surreal and this I don't know if it's his very first, but this is one of his only like period pieces where he's actually going back. This is very different than what he usually creates, which had me kind of worried because I liked the two films that I've seen. I'm like, oh, this guy's a master at what he does. And so to be doing something different is always a risk. But I really, really liked this film a lot. I thought it was um, very methodical and the technical aspects of it were fantastic and it bordered on just like a chamber piece, just like this close piece of characters in tight confined environments, like just confronting each other, but at the same time it would branch out to more wide scope when it needed to. But yeah, I really liked the themes at play, the characters, everything was working for me.
Do you play chess?
Not I have, but not consistently. No. Why?
Oh, okay. I mean, I felt like a chess match. Like everything with this like
Yeah.
mystery part of the movie felt like a chess match, right? Like he's
Yeah.
placing pieces on the board, and so I know Mike plays not very well, but I know he plays. So I didn't know if he played. That's why I was asking.
I love that you brought this up, Adrian, because for the past year plus, I've been challenging Adrian to a match and just like a angry ex left on red. No response, no nothing. So, talk your shit. Talk your shit. Um, I'm happy to hear that. I do have a guest here that's gonna give a little bit of insight about how I felt watching this film. One aspect in particular, we are big fans of Jim Carrey here, and today I'm bringing in the pet detective himself, Ace Ventura. There's a certain point in the film that he's referring to, and I'll talk about it a little bit after, and I'll dive into spoilers to get more specific what I was talking about. But nonetheless, here is Ace Ventura on my thoughts of the samurai and the prisoner.
This is double pane soundproof glass. There's no way that neighbor could have heard Pedactor scream on the way down with that door shut. The scream she heard came from inside this apartment before he was thrown over the balcony, and the murderer closed the door before he left. Yes! Yes! Oh, yeah! Can you feel that, buddy? I have exercised the demon.
This house is clear.
I love me a good mystery film where you're trying to put together the pieces, and there is one aspect that I'll get into in spoiler where I was like, I don't trust this person. Something's going on here, like right from the jump. And once it was confirmed, I was like, I've exercised the demons, baby. I knew it. I knew it. Um, the biggest positive takeaway for me was the filmmaking. Like the cinematography from the very first shot is incredibly beautiful. It's like, okay, no matter what this film is about, whatever direction it goes in, it's going to be beautiful to watch. And a lot of times great cinematography can be doing different kind of like camera tricks or very specific shots and different things like this. But this was very seamless where like you don't even necessarily feel what the camera is doing, but it's very effective in getting a specific line of dialogue across to show the scenery, to capture dark lighting scenarios very well where you can still see but you understand that it's dark, right? I really enjoyed the film. I thought the performances were great across the board. I felt engaged the whole way, partially because you're trying to,
Solve the
figure out,
mystery.
solve this mystery and unravel like what is taking place. And there were some times where I wanted to rewind and be like, wait, what's this happen? Wait, how did we get here? But it's also how they edit it. Like they'll be talking about something and then we're like in this place. We're immediately at the
Mhm.
place they're talking about going or whatever. And it's like, wait, did I miss something? There's not really a setup outside of like talking about it. And there is one point where they do that, but it is actually a flashback, which first you're like, wait, this is happening here now, and then it's like, oh no, we're back in time, right? I had a great time with the film. I had a lot of fun, and like I said, it does make me want to watch some of his other films. It's very much about spiritual war, psychological war, physical war, and who can
Religious.
you trust, religious aspects, who is loyal, what does honor mean? It asks all these incredibly great questions, and the costume, set design, production design, everything across the board was top notch. So let's dive right into our Commodus Scale. I have an idea of where this is going to go, but nonetheless, Erica, up, even, or down? Where are you going with Commodus?
Yeah, we're gonna go with thumbs up. Um, a little bit long, but I think that's just, like you said, the type of storytelling that we were getting. Um, it worked, so it was long, but I could get through it because you are paying attention. You're trying to make sure you know who's who, who's telling people certain things, where's that teapot, like all of this stuff.
Yeah,
So, I mean, I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. I definitely recommend it, and I had a good time watching it.
love that. Adrian, where are you going?
Thumbs up. I really appreciated it. I enjoyed it, and shout out to him reminding me of Uncle Ira from the Avatar. Just
You
wanted
know,
his tea, you know.
when you say him, I assume you mean Araki Murashige. I hope I said his character's name right.
Morashiga.
Yeah, Murashiga. But the actor Masahiro Motoki reminded me of a blend of like Dave Bautista and like Lou Diamond Phillips. Like, when I would look at him, I kind of saw like this blend of the two of them. I was like, yeah, I can fuck with this guy.
I see
Awesome.
the
Okay.
Lou
Okay.
Do you
Diamond,
see it?
yeah, yeah,
That's like
yeah,
so specific, but yeah, I
yeah,
could see
yeah.
it.
Chad, where are you going?
Thumbs up. I think it was. Yeah, I mean, it's not a perfect movie. There is a lot of exposition. I think some redundancy, and uh, but on the other hand, I think a lot of the on the nose nature of it, both as it's going and especially in the third act, is it is part of the point because it's really
Yeah.
more about themes than the mystery of it all. I
Oh.
think, and so I think it's a really good film that I think a lot of people should go seek out.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. Like the exposition of it and the redundancy, I think for a film like this, it can get away with because it's helping you recognize who's who and where
Yeah,
we're at and what's happening, you know? I think a lot of films, when it gets redundant, it's a negative because it's like, okay, we already know this. But one, it's in Japanese, so for a foreign audience, it is a little bit harder to follow. So that redundancy, which has a negative connotation, I think is positive for this. Like
Yeah.
it helps you understand.
It's
It was
helping
where everyone's head's
reinforce.
at.
It's reinforcing its own themes, like to a greater and greater scale. And so by the end, you really understand where all the characters are kind of aiming at.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I'm thumbs up. Also, it is 2.5, a healthy 2.5, 2 hour 40 minute movie, so it is long. But I did find
220.
myself. Is it 220? You're right.
Yeah, it's
It is
100,
220.
147 minutes. So
So I'll,
you figure
two and a half
7 minutes of
hours.
credits. Yeah, two,
Yeah.
2.5 hours.
Even though it's long, I did find myself like, this movie could have been a part one. You know what I mean? Because by the end, we do get a bit of like text explaining what happens, right? So we could have very much seen that journey, that odyssey, if you will, in like a part two of this film. But what they did with it, I really did appreciate. And, you know, the culture, obviously a Japanese filmmaker, but he really captured the Japanese culture, specifically that of the samurai, really well. When it comes to like respect, honor, and again, psychological warfare. So I'd highly recommend this movie. It is in theaters now, so seek it out if you haven't seen it. If you're fortunate enough to have seen it, or you want to come back once you've seen it, we're gonna dive into spoilers. So spoilers for I almost said the Last Samurai. God damn you, Agent. Spoilers for the Samurai and the Prisoner.
Spoiler alert.
So just really quick, I'll just say, I knew his wife was up to some shit as soon as she came on stage. As soon as she came on the screen, Yoho was her name. Essentially plays her wife, but like from the jump, I was like, yeah, I don't know if I can trust this person. Like something's going on here. What did you guys think about this is segmented into like 4 chapters essentially, and each is like a season. Chad, I'll go to you first just because you're more familiar with Kurosawa. What did you think about structuring it this way? And there's also 4 mysteries that lead up to a like larger mystery. What did you think of the construct of all that?
I really liked it. It's based on a novel, which I haven't read, which is based on real people. These are real people, real events, the overarching events. I mean, the intricacies of the actual murder mystery and all that stuff is made up. But overall, it's like historical facts. And so I mean, whether that's in the novel or not, I liked that it was broken up into 4 chapters because that was part of the redundancy that I liked, is that it was like, oh, here's an example of this kind of mystery kill, whatever happening that shows some things about Murashige's, Murashige's about his beliefs. Every single one of them challenges his beliefs in a different way, and every season like brings about just a deeper and deeper turmoil as like his trusted world is getting smaller and smaller. So I actually really liked how it gives you a breather. It kind of gives you a chance to reset, and it's like, okay, we've kind of solved what happened last. Now we're gonna move to the next one.
Yeah,
I like that they kind of had like a battle between different ideologies or theology or religion, you know, like different ways of living. Because it wasn't just the samurai. It was like his wife was bringing her different clan type of, hey, I don't believe in the samurai way of living. 1, because I'm a woman, and 2, it's not the only thing that people believe around here. So I think it was good in that sense. Like it opens up people like foreigners like us watching it. That's why we needed the redundancy when maybe people in it don't need that, you know, but I needed to see, oh wait, Christianity's coming out. Oh wait, there's a clan that's all Christian. And oh wait, like she doesn't believe in the same.
She's coming from more of a Buddhist,
right.
kind of clan believing.
So the first mystery is essentially they capture the son of one of the generals on the Oda side of everything, and our main guy, I'm gonna have to keep looking at his name to try to say it right, Mashige.
Mushigide.
He
Murashige.
he's known for mercy, and he doesn't do a lot of like killing based on the samurai way. So his mind's already in a bit of a more progressive contemporary than the tradition that is at hand, right? And I appreciate that we, as things unfold, learn why, right? With the flashback that comes later. But the prisoner ends up getting killed. Who killed him? So he goes to, I keep wanting to say Obi-Wan Kenobi because he had a name for that.
Kanbei.
Kanbei,
Can be.
who essentially tells him at the beginning, like, you're fighting a losing war. Change is on the horizon, and I can't do what you're asking of me. So he becomes a prisoner, and he doesn't kill him, as we said. But he ends up going to him for like counsel, for like guidance on like
Silence
who's.
of the Lambs kind of thing.
I thought of that
Yeah.
as well. I thought of that as well. And helps him discover, to an extent, who ends up killing the child prisoner. And then we get the cursed head as the second part. Like I said, cursed head is the worst kind of head you can have. Uh, but again, it touches on a cultural belief that they don't go too deep into exposition as to like why it's believed it's cursed, how could it happen, these different kind of things. It's just exemplifies it in a way that like it's understood as the audience member, like, oh, this is a bad omen. Like I think they say that, like this is a bad omen that one of the
Well,
faces
they call it
is bigger.
divine punishment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
divine
so
Divine
punishment. Yeah.
punishment is a huge theme here. And again, that really touches on like faith and what we believe to be divine punishment, even if it's at the hands of a person, right?
Yeah.
Erica, there weren't a lot of women in this film, but the one woman that gets some screen time ends up being the quote unquote villain. What do you think of that reveal?
I mean, I clocked it pretty early. When there's a point where he asks her to laugh at him because he's like embarrassed of his actions and kind of the way and then the moment she says no, I'm like, oh, she's
Something's up.
no. I like immediately I knew I was like, oh, she's helping them. Like I knew immediately that she was for one, not being truthful, and two, she was helping everything to happen, which kind of sucks that it's like the one female like this.
But her reasoning is so powerful that it
Well,
like
it's so,
that's why villain. She's the villain, but at the same time,
But she's really the hero.
it's I mean it's
To
so
some people.
on the nose of like what's like happening now, right? Like using it's kind of like that I mean, it's in the Bible. Thou shalt not take the Lord's name in vain. And this is what it means. Like you can't shield your actions by using it in the name of whatever you believe in. And that's
right.
a very common theme throughout a lot of religions, theologies, philosophies. So for that to be her reasoning, but then to see like how desperate she is about it at the end, you're like, oh, like you would have never been able to convince her anything otherwise. Like you would have never been
Right.
able to be any kind of diplomatic with her at all.
Yeah.
So
And
No,
I think
she
it really, or go ahead. Sorry, AJ.
I said no, the only thing she would have understood is death. Like she needed to die,
Well,
Like
I
that was
mean,
her sacrifice.
Well, she didn't believe in the quote. It was just like everybody kept saying, to retreat is to go to hell, and to be
advance
brave
is
and
paradise.
advance is paradise. And so the massacre was just everybody unarmed advancing because
Yeah.
that was the way to go to paradise. And she's like, how stupid is this? And all of these, like all the not the high samurai, high people and castles and whatnot, all the lords, but
yeah.
all the people who are innocent bystanders of this, who have their own beliefs, are being told to like basically like don't be smart, don't run away,
Yeah.
because then you'll go to
Yeah.
hell. It's like she's wanting to teach them something else.
I mean, that's probably the biggest theme here is like religious dogmatic practices that
Yeah.
aren't being questioned, and you're just
Yeah.
completely being driven by faith. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think even though that's a main theme, the way it's told is very subtle. Like it's not. I don't think it's on the nose in that regard as far as like you need to question your faith or your religious beliefs. I think just over the course of the redundancy, which sounds counterintuitive,
I know.
like I hear myself, but I just found, especially in that last scene, like when they're walking on the hill on the way to go see not Maury Povich, but the other clan leader. And that one guy is like, I'm the one that shot Noto, who was like essentially killed the priest, and you know
Got hit by lightning. That was a
got hit
divine.
by got shot, but then got hit by lightning, which was pretty gnarly. Now that's
Yeah.
divine punishment. That I think is justified. But when that guy is like, I'm the one that helped her, and she gave hope for the weak and for the meek,
Yeah.
like those that aren't courageous, that there's still someplace for us. There's still paradise, not just for the courageous, but for those that may not be as brave as some of these other people that are promised paradise. You know what I mean? So I thought that was a great kind of exclamation point at the end of the film, where some people are like, I have an honor. This is like, here's my
Yeah.
truth. And he could have
Not
killed him
everybody's a
there.
warrior.
What,
Not everybody's a warrior, and that
Yeah.
samurai code is for the warriors. So that's
Yeah.
like a part of the appreciation, and that's why it's 4 seasons, because that's what makes the year go, right? It's not
Yeah.
just one side. It's not just one way of living and one belief. It's all of them together, and that balance that makes the beauty.
Yeah.
I think it's even said at one point by one of the samurai who's a Christian. He's got like a cross on, and he even says, he's like, well, it's not about the Buddhist or the Christian. It's about, I'm a samurai, like I'm
Right.
following you in the samurai way. But he's just so clouded by everything that's happening and all the lies that are being told. He doesn't know he's being deceived by his own wife. It gets messy.
So,
I mean, that's what
but
people's
then
belief
he
systems
embraces
are.
that.
Like, you question
Yeah.
your faith,
Yeah.
you question your things.
Yeah.
Like, that's, you
But he
doubt yourself.
realized,
That is human nature.
yeah, and he realizes that the way he's Murashige, the way he's trying to battle it all has no place in this world, and he kind of adopts what she says, because both her and Kanbei both are trying to suggest that, like, she's saying the cowardly way of retreating is not going to hell, and Kanbei is trying to trick him into being cowardly, and he accepts that. He's like, you know what? I am going to be cowardly. I'm going to leave the castle. Everybody's going to say it was a coward move. And guess what? He gets to be a tea master and and live on away from it all. So it's just like, it's showing that, like, maybe there is a place in this world for what these few people are trying to convince the rest of society.
And it
is
was
like,
something
listen,
he
coward.
didn't believe
Yeah.
in. That's why it was. I mean, like, he just did not. He believed in mercy, so it was like, kind of
But it
like
had
you
no
said,
place in where he was trying
who
to
cares if
be.
he's going to be labeled a coward? It's just not. He's not going to win the war because he doesn't believe in that.
Yeah. Not in the samurai lord world. You can't just believe in that and it work.
And it's a
He
testament
wasn't
that
a baddie.
he's a baddie tea master. That's what he was. But I think that's a testament that, like, power is overrated. Like, everything he's having to deal with, having to watch his back, all kinds of people dying around him, like, it's not worth it. Like, I'm just gonna be a humble tea master.
And he
like, that's
was
what I'm good at.
and that's real.
That's what I'm good at.
That's fucking cool. Like, he's like, I'm out of here. You know, you guys keep going.
Outlived that other guy.
The
And
war
he
and the
outlived him,
factions.
So
yeah. There's a lot going on in the film, and I think, again, the kind of text that comes up that just says, well, he left. 3 years later, he came back and essentially won the battle and then retired to be a tea master. I would have loved to have seen that, but that's not what this movie is. You know what I mean? So I'm not mad at it in that way.
I like the way that it ended.
Yeah.
If you could create some divine punishment, you know, who would you in this world, who would you
while
get?
I'm driving on the freeway in traffic, guaranteed every day. Boom, lightning. Boom, flat tire.
I'm like, I got a list of people in our government.
I got 10 world leaders and then Jared Leto, and let's go.
Jared Leto getting divine punished. I think this film is fantastic. Everyone should see it. You do need to pay attention. Don't be like Chad and watch things in the background with the audio off. As this isn't a screensaver. It does look great, but you got to pay attention. You need the subtitles. You need the audio. Let's get to double feature recommendations.
For double feature.
Double feature.
Double feature.
Double. Toilet trouble.
Double of everything.
Maybe I better go back and see another double feature.
Erica, you kick us off. What would you pair with?
Why? Why would you do that when you know I was having trouble picking a movie and do
I
not
thought you
have one
figured
on-
it out. I thought you
No.
figured it out by now. You need time.
No.
You thrive in
fine.
tense situations.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I don't.
not figured it out.
Okay, you contemplate that. Adrian, what would you pair? And don't say The Last Samurai.
No,
Do
so
it.
there was a mini series that came out on FX called Shogun.
Oh.
That was really good. Definitely had this type of feel where it's a big chess match between in a timepiece in feudal Japan, where they're going against different lords and different clans are trying to form alliances to become the shogun. And it's an intense chess piece type movie or miniseries, but it definitely fits in with this here. Has a little more drama with like Portuguese invaders and European invaders and Christians and stuff like that coming into Japan and trying to take some of their natural resources and stuff like that. I think it goes together pretty good, but be prepared because it's gonna be like 8 to 10 hours worth of feudal Japanese type film.
It's
you
so
remind-
good. It's so good.
Yeah. You reminded me of a theme really quick, Adrian. Like the action in the film, like the actual sword play was kind of subdued. It looked more like a choreographed dance. But again, I think that's intentional because you don't want to popularize or fetishize like violence in that nature. So I think it was intentional, but it did catch my attention that it's like, oh, okay, like it's not
Yeah.
very graphic.
It was
I
like
guess you could
fencing.
say.
Yeah.
It was like fencing.
It was performative, and they kind of cut away from it pretty fast. Like it was like,
Yeah.
you guys know that a skirmish is happening. This isn't about that spectacle.
You get the idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chad, what would you pair for this film?
I chose Akira Kurosawa's Rashomon, which takes place maybe even like 100, 200 years prior to the events of this, but it still is a form of feudal Japan where there's a crime committed and the whole thing is told from different angles, different perspectives, and it's more of a whodunit, but it's really challenging truth versus lies and what really happened, what didn't happen. It's a little bit more vague and existential in the way it crafts characters and how everybody's kind of coming to a conflict from different beliefs and different periods of life or phases. And so it's really, really a fascinating thing. And it's also the where if anybody hears, oh, the Rashomon effect, that's what this is from. If you ever see a movie or TV show that's like showing the same event from different perspectives, that's what it's referring to. But I feel like that's a good companion to this film because it is kind of like a little bit palace intrigue, but like they're taking testimonies and talking to different people about what they witnessed and just kind of piecing it all together.
Great pick. I'd seen that years ago, and this does make me want to rewatch that, get brushed up on that. So I'll probably take your advice there, Chad. Way to go. First time for everything. Erica, have you had a chance to think of a double feature?
I mean, I don't know. It's hard because this is like a very specific movie, and like all of you guys picked very specific things that are, pretty much like have a really good connection to this. I think I'm gonna go like the who done it route and just go with Knives Out because that's just one where if you haven't seen it for the first time and you're really like watching it and having a good time with it, it does come as a shock and there's a lot of plot twists that happen in that movie. So
A little
just
part of
one-
me was hoping that you were gonna say like Ninja Turtles 3 when they go back to feudal Japan. I was like, yes. I was hopeful.
Adrian,
You
hold
gotta
on
go-
a
Oh
second.
my
Hold on.
god.
On
Oh my
what
God.
planet would I recommend not just any of the teenage
the
worst
best
one of
planet.
all of
the third one when
best
I didn't
planet.
even want to go watch the first one with you guys.
God bless
I mean,
you,
listen,
Adrian. I'm going to change my answer. Forget Kurosawa. I'm going with Turtles 3.
Turtles in Time. Yeah. I thought you were
Oh,
going to go like
man.
with Clue when you said who done it, which is fun. But sorry, Erica, I can't take your recommendation because the director Ryan Johnson is on my blacklist after what he did with Chad's favorite film, The Last Jedi, and the Star Wars franchise. So I'm glad
Made it
people
amazing?
enjoy it.
He's
I'm
allowed
glad
to
people
have
enjoy
other
it.
films that are good, Michael.
Yeah, Michael.
Have you
So
seen Knives Out?
me?
Yeah.
No, it's on the blacklist. I'm protesting. I don't ever since The Last Jedi. I'm out.
You're
Sorry,
just
Ryan Johnson.
protesting.
So
You're
you'll
just
protest
protesting him.
Looper.
hold on. So
I saw
you'll
Looper.
protest for a shitty movie, but you'll draft a director that's got some sketchy backstory.
Ma'am, that comes to light after I've drafted them, and then I'm just just stuck with my decision.
After. I'm sure those stories never existed until that moment.
So my double feature recommendation is a bit of a whodunit. It comes out of France, and it is called Anatomy of a Fall. This won, I believe, Best International Oscar 2 years ago. Chad, you could tell me if I'm wrong with that. But nonetheless, it's incredibly enjoyable. A married couple and their blind son live out like in the middle of nowhere in the snow. And it's very slight spoiler alert. It happens early. It's the whole premise of the film. The husband ends up dead. And we don't know how. The wife just finds him. Did she do it? Did the son do it? Did the dog do it? And it's actually pretty comical because there is a remix of 50 Cent's song. What's the song, Chad?
Oh, shoot.
In the club?
In the Club? Is it In the Club?
I think it's
Is
at
it
the
In the
club.
Club?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. But like it's like a Rasta Jamaican reggae kind of remix, and and it's like playing throughout different parts of the film. Incredibly funny. But by the end of the movie, you're still kind of scratching your head of the result of what unravels in that movie. So Anatomy of the Fall, it's one that I've been wanting to rewatch.
No, it's Pimp.
It's Pimp, P-I-M-P. You're right.
Yeah.
That's like somehow even better.
It is. It really is. Thank you, Chad. So Anatomy of the Fall, definitely check that one out. It's a lot of fun. And like you get the courtroom scenes as well as they're going back and forth with like the prosecutor, and you see the difference in like the legal system, which is a bit of a shock at first, but it's a great,
Yeah.
enjoyable ride. It's a lot of fun. So Anatomy of the Fall, check that out. Now, let's draft some stock. So drafting first is none other than me.
Boo.
Lame.
Second, Chad.
Woohoo!
Boo.
Yay. Yay.
Drafting third, Adrian.
Boo.
That means drafting last. But listen,
You
I
keep
don't think
going.
we're super familiar with a lot of the folks here, and I think there's a lot of superb performances and performances from the crew. So I don't think there's really a loss here. I'm gonna get it up. It's tough. I was gonna immediately go with the director, but he is 70 years old. So
He's very prolific, though.
hopefully he has a long life and career ahead of him still.
Yeah. He pumps out like a film a year or maybe every other.
I see what you're doing. You're baiting me, Kenobi.
Hey, do it.
He
I
probably
see you.
drinks Kangen water, so he's probably
Yeah.
gonna live to be like 108.
Yeah.
There it is.
Do what you gotta
Let's do it. Let's stay true. I'm going to take Kiyoshi Kurosawa. He could win international awards this award season, so that'll help my stock. And nonetheless, this film was incredibly done, and kudos to him and the team. And it definitely makes me want to go down the rabbit hole of his other films. So Kiyoshi Kurosawa. Welcome to the team. All right, next was Chad. Who are you taking?
I just know
Yeah,
I'm
to
gonna
be honest,
so
because you took
pissed.
that guy, I have no idea who I'm going to take.
That guy, the director.
Yeah, yeah, Kurosawa. I mean,
I'm just so annoyed right now because I know exactly who I wanted to take.
And you think
Yeah.
it's going to get taken? They're going to get taken?
I don't know. I don't know if these two are familiar with him.
Interesting. Wow. Okay, Chad.
Okay, I am going to take Murashige, the actor who plays Masahiro Motoki. He was in Girihaji, the show, which I really really liked, and so I have seen him in multiple films and TV shows before. I'm always a big fan of his, and hopefully this movie gets enough of a reception in the U.S. that he gets to be in more American productions, because I obviously hate international films.
Sure, clearly.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I'm happy Japanese Lou Diamond Phillips got drafted. He did an incredible job. So, way to go there.
That's just
Uh,
so wild to me.
Watch now when you see it, you're like,
That's
Lou?
all I'm gonna think about.
Richie. Yeah. Okay. Adrian, where are you going?
I am going Yuriko Yoshitaka.
All right.
She played Chiyoho, Morishiga's wife. I think she did really well. And looking at her filmography, she does have some like U.S. English films in there. So I think she would be translating over and coming over to the U.S. side and doing some more films where she's doing both Japanese and American films. So I think she's just more like grounded. I think she's gonna get a lot more work. So I'll go there.
So, being more
Dying
films
way
that
low.
Chad, more films Chad will get to see. Perfect. Erica, here you are. Your time to shine. Who you taking?
Yay! I'm gonna take Munetaka Aoki. He
Wow.
is my guy. He's in Godzilla -1. He's gonna be
He
in
is.
Godzilla -0. He's my
That's
guy
fucking
Tachibana.
him.
Yeah, that's my guy. So I'm super excited. He plays Tachibana in Godzilla -1, and he will continue to play him in Godzilla -0. If it's anything like the first film, it's gonna be a fucking hit. So super excited about that. I'm really happy to have him.
Wow, look at that. He also did voice work in the film last year's animated film called Scarlet, which I wasn't a big fan of, but he was also in Silence. He was a prison guard #1. And Silence was a 2016 Martin Scorsese film. So he's definitely a working actor. Erica, kudos to you. That is a great pick. I didn't realize that was him. Good call. Good
I
call.
did.
Way to go. Way to go.
That was why I was like, oh, is that Godzilla on your thing earlier? But it's just regular Godzilla. It's not Godzilla minus anything.
It's the Criterion collection of the original Godzilla, but yes.
Okay. I know, but I can't see. All I see is the
the silhouette of a big dinosaur. Yeah. That is our podcast, The Samurai and the Prisoner. Thumbs up all around. Go check it out in theaters now. And while you're at it, like, comment, subscribe, be a part of the tribe, leave a review, be a part of the crew. Find all of our socials at Seeing This Pod. Go to seeingthispod.com for more episodes, interviews, and merch. And what are we doing next Monday? Like I said, it is Teenage Sex and Death at Camp.
Miasma.
Make sure to catch that in theaters now and then come back and listen to our pod and discuss on that. We appreciate all you guys' support. And until then, stay safe. Are
I think
you
I'm frozen.
Your face is frozen. You look like
Yeah.
you're in deep thought.
It's the smartest she's ever looked.
Thanks, Chad. Get fucked.
Do you want to leave
I'm
and
gonna
come
leave
back?
and come back.
Okay, sounds good. I hear your Dodgers haven't won in like 7 games. Is that right?
No, it's like 8 games, 9 games.
Good. That's
Alright.
karma
Yeah,
for
I think-
buying the whole league.
I'm pretty sure we lost today.
Oh, and my respect to your boy Kruko. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah. the Giants announcer, one half of the Giants announcer.
Yeah.
You'd actually like them, Adrian, if you gave them a try. I know they're affiliated with the Giants, but they're
Oh.
horny old men.
They are the best, and it's gonna be set. Anyway, back to the film.
Erica.
What did I walk into?
No, don't worry about it. It's okay.
Yeah.
Talking baseball. We're talking baseball. Yeah. Okay, Erica. Have you had a chance to think of a double feature?